welcome. We are now in Vaduz, which I believe, and please do correct me if I'm wrong, is the capital city of Liechtenstein. And I don't know if you can even see these huge alpine mountains just surround this like basin. And on this side of the river is Switzerland, and on this side of the river, like before the big mountains spike up, which is still part of the territory of Liechtenstein, but Liechtenstein is like in this like basin on the right hand side of the Rhine River, which is what we crossed over. It went through Balzers, something like that, on the way here, and they had the Gutenberg castle, and it looked like a cathedral. I'm going to try to get back there, but the buses, between the buses and the cash situations, as it always is, seems a little bit rough. But we're now in the downtown capital city, so I'm going to walk around and show a few of the sites and, kind of learn a little bit about this with us. It's a Sunday here, so it's not that busy. I think about 38,000 people live here, and it's something like close to 60 square miles. So it's a fairly big place, and it's got like 8 different municipalities. So we just went through like 3 of them roughly. And you can see their flag over here on the flagpole, the blue with the red beneath it. And up here we're coming up against one of the main cathedrals of the place. So about Liechtenstein, basically it was kind of protected by the dealings of these princes going back, 300 years, and kind of working with the Austrians and the Habsburgs and kind of being protected. And then in World War II, working with the Swiss to try to maintain neutrality. And then ever since then, it's been working with kind of like international groups to maintain its independence in kind of the modern day. But it's the 6th smallest nation in the world. And it's actually very rich. It's one of the richest per capita. It's something like 138,000 per citizen. So pretty crazy, but beautiful, very, very beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at this church. Let's take a walk up here. I tried to go inside, but it doesn't appear that the door is unlocked. I think up there somewhere is where the castle of the prince is. Okay, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get into the cathedral. Which is kind of my concern with going back to that one town with the Gutenberg castle and the cathedral that was there. Wow, really impressive. But we're going to try to find these other museums. We're coming up here on the Parliament of Liechtenstein, which has about 25 people from all of the different municipalities here, but there's only 8, so there's 25 members of this, and they're democratically elected, but the prince has authority basically to veto anything that happens. And here it seems that the monarchy is pretty popular. Also, you can see up on that hill there, I think that's the castle, the residence of the prince, which we'll try to go to and take a look at. And here is the Landtag. This is the Parliament of Liechtenstein. Okay, so now I think we'll try to find the way up to the castle. Just stopped and got some souvenirs, some caps and shirts and some other stuff, so it should be cool. And now we're walking to, it looks like a more touristy part of town. This is pretty awesome. Can't imagine what the hiking is like here. It's nice. It's got a like small town feeling, or well, I mean several towns, but it's got a smaller community. The people are really pleasant here. Really beautiful towns. And that up there is the Royal Palace. And look at the Alps. Alright, well, I think we're going the right direction here. Some steep stair climbs. Hopefully I get there before it closes because I'm looking at the time and it's almost 5. It's like blue line residential. The elevation change is crazy today. Went from 0 feet elevation to 5,000. Okay. This is properly difficult. I should have gotten the water. Oh wait, you know what? I do have one. That's score. The hike continues. Half the water bottom. Oh, can't go through there, but there's a little bridge. Let's keep going up. On a certain side, it's crazy to me. This rock road leads up to the castle, like where the royal lives. Schloss. Take a look at this. This is insane. What I think is funny with this is most of the videos that I do, it's like I go to a place for a short amount of time and I try to see a lot of things. And most places I leave and I don't feel like I've missed anything. But this one I definitely do. And this is by far smaller than most of the places that I go. Yeah, I mean, granted I'm here only for a few hours, but what a beautiful country this is. And I think it's like, it's not just the beauty of it, because obviously there's a lot of alpine towns which are really pretty, but it's the history, it's the people, it's the story that still goes on today that's really cool about this place. So here's the royal castle. I don't think you can go inside because it's currently the residence of the monarch. Yeah, very cool. I love these questions. I'm like, it would be awesome to have citizenship here. Except I actually did my reading. This is one of the hardest nations in the world to get citizenship for, because once you get residency, you have to live here for 30 years before you're granted citizenship. And if you marry someone, it's 15 years. So it's very restrictive. Like one of the most restrictive countries in the world when it comes to that. But wow, what a cool country this is. So while I did marginally more research on Liechtenstein and the other places I tend to visit, I was realizing that I forgot a place that we were supposed to go by. It was the town hall, and I just see Rathaus off in the distance, and I was like, oh yeah, we should go see that. So that's where we're looking ahead. Alright, and now to get a ticket on the train back to Frankfurt. Probably have to stop off in Zurich. now we are in Zurich, but the problem is we're trying to get back to Frankfurt and there's no direct train, and I don't know where to go at this point. They're not going to many cities in Germany. Munich is one of them, but I mean, that's the way that the trains work. That will just be a nightmare. So we're going to try to go to Basel again and see if we can get a train that crosses the German border. Just as long as we can get closer to Frankfurt, I think that'll be a win. So let's go. So the latest in a string of problems is that the Swiss trains don't appear to be connected to the German trains. The automated ticket thing does not work to do that. So instead, I'm now at the Swiss-German border. I'm going to Uber from the train station from this side to that side and hope that that works. Okay, so now in Weil am Rhein, Germany, but the problem is that I put the wrong location in for Uber, so now I'm walking to the Bahnhof here before I catch the train to Frankfurt. So according to the stuff that I was looking at, we're probably not going to get in until 2:45 in the morning Frankfurt, which is pretty rough because that's an almost immediate turnaround to get to the airport in time to check in and make sure everything's going well for the Sarajevo flight tomorrow morning. So that should be interesting. I was falling asleep on this last train. I'm starting to wonder if it's like almost every place I went today is dead. Maybe it's just the Sunday thing, I don't know. But like there's nobody out and about here. I need to go to a mall soon. It looks like there's a mall across the street. May very well end up there depending on the hours, but I forgot that everything's closed right now because it's like 9 p.m. as I'm walking around. At least there's still daylight, I guess. Great. Now I'm gonna find this. So I'm something of a bit in train hell right now because apparently, I guess there might have been trains in Basel that I was supposed to take to get here. And so now I've got like basically a full hour until the next train goes, which gets into Frankfurt at 2:45 in the morning. So this is going to be a load of fun. This one I definitely overshot. So finally got the ticket that I need, which I'm getting trolled. And the official arrival time at the Hauptbahnhof is 2:45 in the morning. And I want to go into downtown Frankfurt because I think there will be good content. Because at this point, why not? Okay, so we're at a Heineken and a doner kebab. Maybe go have this before we get on that train. Here's the doner kebab. Like kind of a disaster right now. It's about a mile walk probably back to the hotel. I don't think I'm an idiot while doing this. More or less against my will on that train. I slept like 1 or 2 hours, so that's good. That's it's basically a night's sleep at this rate.